Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo. We're telling your followers that you started a live video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Macho Man, Michelle.
I'm a macho man, Ryan. Welcome to the club. Hello, Paul.
Everybody misses the best part, which is the 2 seconds before anyone jumps on.
Kelsey! What's
Mama
up?
Kels is here.
Mama
Keep the
Kels.
triplets in line.
All of and Matt Fev and a lot of our silent followers are tuning in tonight.
Matt, I told Michelle to bring you a jalapeno to pickle the other day. She did not.
I did not bring you that jalapeno.
Oh, it's because you were dead, actually.
Yes,
That was the day you died.
That was the day you died. Hello, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hope all is well by you
And
at
Mary,
the pageant.
you looked awesome in that picture you posted today.
Very sexy. Very sexy. Hi from Tennessee. All right, so everybody's tuning in. We have our active commentators here. We also have our silent followers that are tuning in. So we're aware that you're here. We're so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining us. If you're new to our REV Lives, my name is Michelle.
I'm Michelle.
That's Randy. We are the owners of Revolutionize Nutrition in Manalapan, New Jersey. And we are here to do our Wednesday night live streams to just provide knowledge and rambunctiousness. We provide a lot of value, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. So again, if you're new to this, expect a lot of strange comments.
And I'm glad to hear that, Matt.
Here. Yes.
Are your legs better?
We're on iHeartRadio now also.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Congrats.
awesome.
For another great podcast, if you guys want sports,
Was it R&R Hour?
Hour, he does awesome stuff.
Yes. Thank you very much. You too. Same to you. Keep it up. So tonight we are talking about, a few different things. It is often asked that a lot of times people are, what do we call it, majoring in the minors? Is that what your code is? So many people your code, many that we speak to hyper focus on very small components of success, and they seem to not acknowledge the big components to success.
And you know what? I've read some stuff. There is like psychological things about it. If you overcomplicate things, then it's not your fault you failed. It's the program's fault.
Oh, I like that. And we've seen this happen.
So it takes pressure off you psychologically, subconsciously.
So you might be able to relate to this as you're tuning in and listening in. Some things we might say might kind of resonate with you personally. So there's a few different visuals that we have for tonight as well. The first visual is Randy. Imagine a pyramid, if you will. Okay. So what many people focus on is the tip of the pyramid, which is a very minute component.
Can I put the pyramid down?
You can put the pyramid down. And they forget about the base, the foundation that builds this pyramid up. And that is what is the big meat and potatoes, if you will, to success. And
my math's not going to make sense on this, but if you break it down, it looks like we have 5 parts of that pyramid.
Math might not make sense.
So, it's not going to make sense. But
maybe not put numbers on.
The bottom part is going to be like 40%, and then each time you go up, take like 10% off it.
Is that correct? I don't
know, but it'll make sense. But the basics are going to make up most of your foundation.
So your foundation, when we're putting this success in a nutrition, when we're talking about nutrition, the base of our pyramid is going to be calories. And if you worked with us before, calories in a nutshell is a unit to measure energy in food. So the base of your pyramid, that is what matters to be successful in nutrition or body transformation, is calories. That's what we're discussing, weight gain or weight loss. The next component above calories are your macros or macronutrients. And these are your proteins, fats, and carbs. And figuring out the right macronutrient ratio is going to help you, gain muscle or drop body fat. The next component on the pyramid coming up is micros, your micronutrients. So this is your vitamins and minerals that support basic health and functioning. The next one is meal timing and frequency. And I think a lot of people get caught up on meal timing, but they forget about the importance of calories.
Yes.
Right? So meal timing, this allows flexibility, and your meal timing is also put with performance. So we work with clients that might only be able to get in 3 meals a day. We work with clients that might be able to get 6 meals a day. Then we work with clients who are more higher level athletes where nutrient timing for performance matters.
And this is more performance, really not the bodybuilders we're talking about here.
Yes. And then the
this
next
is really
one.
the competitive, like athlete.
Yeah.
Not show muscles.
Yes. But then the next one, which is what everybody seems to get caught up with, which is the most minute part of the body transformation process, sprinkled on top of the pyramid are supplements. And this will add in any nutrients or anything into the body that is not taken in through nutrition. And it is frustrating when somebody approaches you and says, okay, to look like that, I need to take supplement A, B, and C. It's literally the cherry on top. What matters is the base of that pyramid, the calories, and then the macros.
It's like when you go out to play that pickup basketball game and you see the guy with the brand new Jordans on, the perfect, shorts, brand new this, but he's never practiced a jump shot in his life.
Yep. Yes. So as someone goes, well, what brand of protein powder should I have? Well, is the rest of your diet even where it needs to be? But a pollen. Promo code REV. Dan, I just went from doing 3 meals a day to 6 smaller meals, and my workouts have been better, and I felt leaner, and that's fantastic. That is learning.
That's exactly a good point.
What your nutrient timing, how many meals a day is best for your performance, both cognitively and performance. If you can figure that out, kind of everything is just like a positive snowball effect with everything else. Kelsey, someone stole my protein today. Oh no!
Was it Kelsey?
That's not good.
Did Kelsey steal the protein?
Kelsey. She's like the Hamburglar.
I don't ever see Kelsey because she's on the other side of the office.
And we work like opposite schedules. Yeah. So again, the most important is the calories, then the macros, the micros, the meal timing and frequency, and sprinkled on top, which everybody wants to focus on, is the supplementation. So now we're going to dig into habits of a successful client. The most successful people we work with will inhibit these following characteristics.
Yeah. So she's going to say a lot of really important things. I'm going to say one thing overall: consistency. But there's a lot that kind of factors into that. I'm going to be brutally raw and honest with you with a lot of these things as well. And Paul, I approve of this.
I've stopped eating food altogether. I've converted to being a breatharian.
Oh, but that's what I got fucking really.
And living off of air and light. No macros,
I think those are the same people who think they can get their nutrients by sunning their butthole. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Photosynthesis through your anus?
Yeah, go look it up if you want to be bored.
Anal photosynthesis.
It's like some weird-ass yoga shit.
This is a new one?
Nah, go check it out.
I am going to look up
Good luck.
Anal.
It's just going to be porn.
This is 2 weeks in a row. We're talking about Googling something that could run into a very
the whale penis
wrong direction. Yeah. Yes. You are a beautiful flower, Dan. You are. So I'm going to run down through a few of these things. Now, these characteristics, clients didn't have these automatically. So I want to let you know, first and foremost, that this is not who they are naturally. And it's something that they had to work on very hard to attain and to practice. And are they always perfect? Absolutely fucking not. I'm going to put that out there right now as well.
And also,
don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Sometimes when people start like a program like Revolutionize, it's not really their starting line. They may have good habits they built up in their life before.
Correct.
So... yeah. Or
they're in the process of working on that right now. So everything I'm about to say to you, I don't want you to put too much pressure on yourself either to be like, oh, this is never going to happen. No, it is a work in progress.
And it's always a work in progress.
Always.
Seriously.
Even professional athletes are working on their own things every damn day. So first of all, practice one successful habit at a time. Doing a complete overhaul and changing your life and new behaviors and new habits overnight, it's not going to happen. It's not realistic, and it's going to be very, very overwhelming. So everything I'm about to say to you, you might have some of these characteristics, and some of them you might be able to pull in and practice one a month. Master it, and then next month, let's pull in another habit, and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to say is to have a plan, and also have a backup plan. I'll talk about that in a moment. But the most successful people have a plan. They're not just winging it. Navigate the weekends. Many clients that we work with work very, very structured, very organized during the week. And then the weekend, it's absolute chaos, kind of leaving them stuck in a maintenance zone. Now, if maintenance is your goal, there's a tactic behind that. But you need to be prepared for what the weekend's extravaganzas are going to entail.
And there's a lot of different strategies to get that.
And it's finding the right strategy for you.
Yeah, it could be moderate throughout the week. It could be over-structured during the week to let loose. There's a lot of different ways to do it.
Yep, or if you have 3 events on the weekend, maybe you have fun at one event and the others are structured. Again, this is something to talk to your nutritionist about and pick their brain to find out what the best method is for you.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person to ask.
The next one would be to get back on track immediately. So our most successful clients, I'm not going to tell you are perfect all the time. They're not. They have their own battles and struggles. But if there is a slip up, they get back on track immediately. Now, are they having a slip up every single day? No, the most successful ones aren't, but they do exist and they leave it behind them.
Also define slip up. I think slip up means different things to different people.
It does mean different things to different people.
Some people slip up means I went one carb over, which is not
which is not a slip
which is not actually a slip up.
Yeah,
so.
it's like I ate one extra almond. Where others battle with binge eating disorder, right?
So this is something to bring up for your nutritionist. If you feel you're slipping up, define what the slip-ups are first.
Yep. And now there's under-eating also. So I think we always kind of gravitate to the overeating because more people seem to struggle with that, but under-eating is also an issue as well. So you have a flat tire, don't slash the other three is what I'm saying.
Slash somebody else's.
Pump that tire back up, throw a patch on it, and keep moving forward. The next one, like Randy said, consistency. And this is going to cover pretty much everything. They are very consistent, but again, if they have their version of a slip up, they pull it back in.
And again, long term. We actually did a different seminar earlier today on a bunch of different topics, and one of the things we nailed on is focus on the large picture. Like if you were running a business, you don't go, oh man, what a bad day today. I'm going to quit my business and close doors. No, to have a good quarter, to have a good month.
Big picture thinking, right?
So you don't throw yourself off in the day-to-days. You look at the big picture and the trends.
Right. And all of our small goals will lead to our long-term goals. But just like if you are losing weight, you're trying to lose weight, you're going to see constant fluctuations, spikes and drops, but you're going to look for those overall trends, right? Next one is communication, and this is whether it's with your nutritionist, with your partner, significant other, family members, anybody who's involved in your support system. Communicate your feelings, your struggles, if you need help with something, or even your victories. It's important to celebrate your victories, and I don't think enough people do that.
No, and that's something we were talking about.
And not scale victories.
I don't remember off camera or on camera, I don't remember. But celebrate the small victories, because sometimes the big ones don't always come, and it takes a while.
Does.
And it can be hard, especially when you have long-term goals. So, speaking to the athletes we have, they are always motivated on season, but come off season.
And we got some athletes here who could
you guys know. So when that now is a 6-month goal, with no real visible results until they cut again, it can be a little more difficult. So that's when they have to focus on strength gains, different things, and find different barometers to measure success.
Good point. I'm glad that you brought that up. This kind of does roll into what I was just saying. Having a support team, whether it's your family, your nutritionist, people that we've had many people in the comments. I feel personally attacked. Paul, feel free to share your stories as well. But people that have made friends here in the comments, which is really cool, or through REV. And this is an unfortunate thing, is that when we are focused on a goal, sometimes the people that we are closest to in our lives don't support us. And it sucks.
I know how it feels.
And it sucks. So it's important to find people that you can talk to about it. I think that's something that we actually touched on last week, was support systems. And, know that you got support here. So you got us crazy nuts in this
We're always
corner.
here for memes.
We're always here for memes. Another quality that the most successful clients have is adaptability. They're able to adapt and modify their plans pretty much on the fly. They can pivot with what the world throws at them every single day. Have a backup plan. Plan for things to not go according to plan. So whether that's having an extra meal prepped in your refrigerator at work because you got stuck at work longer than expected, having a bag of Quest chips in the car in case you're stuck in traffic on the way home. Always have a backup plan. You sound like you're going to say something?
Good question there.
Oh, good question. Vitaly. What do you guys do if the person has a really tough time with eating processed food all the time and can't stop? Ooh, that's a very, very, very good question. And there's a lot of angles you can take on that.
My first answer I'm going to say is, if they're hitting the macros, don't worry about it. Now, second answer, if for some reason they're eating the processed food and it's either setting them off their macros or they just don't feel well with it, try to get creative and instead of going cold turkey, say, I'm only going to have one McDonald's meal and the other's going to be home cooked.
Right.
Don't try to go all the way.
Right. And there are some foods that are trigger foods that it's like almost no matter what you do, you just keep craving it. You keep wanting it. Sometimes it's just a matter of constantly wanting the flavor. Listen, there's some foods that like, I'll have a bite of it. It's like nobody can have one chip, right? You have a chip and you're just like, Oh, salt. There are certain foods that are literally manufactured for you to crave them more. So things like chips and processed foods like that do that. So a trick that I use, because I'll be honest, I'm not a machine either. I brush my teeth and I use some mouthwash, and it helps get the flavor and craving out
And
of
that's
the
another
mouth.
great question.
How many meals out per week is too many? Oh, I love that question.
My answer is depends on finances. Really?
Wait, so I have a few things to say about this. So we had a client, I like to use her as an example because when she first signed up at Rev, she goes, this is going to be impossible. I dine out once a day. And I was like, it's possible. You just got to really master tracking and guesstimating. And she made it happen. She was actually one of our most successful clients we ever had.
I mean, when I actually cut a few times, I don't cook.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was running on Wawa, Subway, Jersey Mike's.
But you need to make the right decisions.
It takes legwork. It can be done, but you do have to be prepared. And you have to have a little knowledge of what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Look at the menu ahead of time. Get some good options. It's definitely not something to do if you've never tracked before at all.
Yeah. So, like, do you need to be bringing a measuring cups and a scale with you to the restaurant? No, you don't.
Especially if it's a chain restaurant.
Especially if it's a chain restaurant. But here's the deal. You can't guesstimate what 6 ounces of chicken looks like if you've never weighed it before. So the more practice you have with weighing and measuring everything at home, the more it's going to help you out in the real world. So you're not sitting there being like, hold on, is this 6 ounces of chicken?
I like your wave voice.
Thank you. You don't have to do that. And there are some people that do that, and that is definitely not hate on them. Like, I know some athletes who have to be very, very, very on point. I personally don't do it. So can you make it happen every day? Sure. But you got to be on your A game with tracking and guesstimating. I always guesstimate that there's about a tablespoon worth of oil in my meal because everything's cooked on a griddle.
And this is especially for mom and pop stuff.
Yeah. Even if it's grilled chicken, it's most likely marinated in an olive oil or cooked on a stove with olive oil. You can ask for things dry, but there's usually some oil in there.
But most places are actually really accommodating.
Yeah, they're very accommodating. Most of our clients, they'll dine out, let's say, I'd say average 2 times a week. They have one, which is their relaxed meal or their refilled meal or their cheat meal, whatever you want to call it.
But it all depends.
And another one just happens, spur of the moment, you make it happen. Oh, good. So glad you're here. So I hope that answered those questions.
I've been watching too many pro wrestling documentaries the last 2 days.
Yeah, he really has. So I hope that kind of touched on that and helped a little bit, but I can definitely like talk to you more and try as painful and kind of pinpoint a little bit better advice for you specifically.
Or point pin.
The next one would be coping mechanism. So what is your coping mechanism when you're stressed out? When you're bored, whatever it is, and many of our clients, it's food, which is why they actually come to Rev in the first place. So trying to find a different coping mechanism besides food or changing your behaviors, changing your patterns when you're stressed or sad, it takes work. It doesn't happen overnight. I had one person that I had spoken to and I had offered this advice, but we had to take it a step further. I wanted them to write down the steps that they're going to take in the future when they're feeling stressed or triggered or whatever it is. I wanted them to write out what they were going to do instead of falling into an old behavior.
Yeah, and
and they put it on the fridge. They left it in their notes and they followed it and they practiced it.
Yeah, and this could be something where if it's really, really an issue, you may need a therapist help as well.
Which is another level. Yeah, that's definitely another level.
So if it's something you really feel is out of your control, get some extra help.
Yep.
We all need it.
Yeah, we all need it. The next one, writing down your goals, writing things down and making it official can make things super powerful. We have clients that legit make like motivational posters, what are those called? Vision boards.
Yeah.
And it helps them. So you got to find out what works for you. You guys have family members like that right now. I want to help her, but she has to want to do it.
You nailed
it. You need to want it. No one can want it for you. I can't tell you how many clients that I wanted their goals for them more than they did. They need to want it. Sometimes they got to figure out what is their why. And it goes further than, I want to fit into a smaller pair of jeans. If you can answer the question, well, why do I want to fit into a smaller pair of jeans? Because I'll feel more confident. Why do you want to feel more confident? Because I'll have better relationships with people. Why do you want to have better relationships with people? Because I feel distance. You got to break it down further and figure out what that real deep-seated why is. And sometimes that can help somebody stay, I don't want to use the word motivated, but stay inspired to pursue their goals.
Yep. I got nothing.
Pow pow. The next one is tracking your macros, but also tracking your progress. Many successful clients, not only are they on point with tracking their numbers and staying consistent with the numbers they're supposed to hit, but they also track their progress and they celebrate their victories. And I'm not just talking about your scale victories or your fat loss victories. I'm talking about PRs in the gym. I ran faster.
Yeah, that's our favorite when we get people sending us videos.
Videos. I fit in a smaller pair of pants. My doctor took me off my my cholesterol medication or my blood pressure medication. Now, when we talk about that type of health stuff, that's not our department, but it is really cool to see these other health benefits happen due to attaining a healthy physique and a healthy balanced nutrition and body fat. And we have very, very great relationships with a lot of the local doctors because A, we don't step on toes, but B, their clients that they refer to us have seen amazing results and continue to have a healthy relationship with food, which is what it's all about. You can run 3.5 miles now. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that I love to hear. So when we talk about health and progress and goals and results, it is so much more than your weight on the scale. It's beyond that, far beyond that.
It's Steeler.
What do you mean to write? Success? What was it?
Dealer.
Hold on, everybody.
I'm like, that's the opposite.
I was writing it down like that doesn't sound right. All right, the next one is, and this is a big one, because I get asked this all the time. Michelle, what do you do to stay motivated?
She doesn't stay motivated.
Understand that we're not going to be motivated every day. And that comes from professional athletes as well. You don't wake up every day and say, I'm going to kill it. There's going to be days that you're just like, shit, I just got to do the work and that's it. You show up to the gym, you do the protocol that you were supposed to follow, you follow the nutrition you're supposed to follow. You might not feel so inspired and motivated that day, but you will go to sleep that night having followed the plan that will bring you one day closer to success towards your goals. So that is, I cannot reiterate that enough. You're probably not going to be motivated every day. That's when you just do your job.
You won't be.
You won't be. That's when you do your job, you stay disciplined, and you just follow the work. And that's it. And I think we need to reorder our shirts that say "fuck motivation, just do your job."
Yeah, well, let's wait on this new order to come in first.
We need those.
Yeah.
We need those back. The next one is the most successful clients that we have worked with. They do not make excuses for perhaps falling off track or falling into an old habit. They acknowledge the issue, they learn from it, and they are accountable. And we talk about accountability. We talk about internal and external accountability. You need to be accountable to yourself and be able to admit when you're having a rough time and learn from that. And you can also have that external accountability, which is with your nutritionist or a support system of some sort. Love that. I want it. Yeah, we do. We got to reorder those shirts. They're like the biggest hits.
Yeah, probably for when we do our fall run.
Yeah, Eva's just said yes on the shirts. Yeah. It's that all of our newer clients didn't get those shirts.
Yeah, those are cool. That was
4 years ago we made those.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time.
Before Charlie was teaching.
That's right. Charlie got in
He
trouble.
was still sub.
Charlie got in trouble for wearing that at the school. I was at the airport one day and this little older couple comes up to me and he's like, "That's a great shirt." I'm like, "Yes,
got
it
it on
is."
vacation this year too.
Yeah, I do.
Not vacation, at work.
Work.
Yeah.
So these are all things to really keep in mind. And it is honest that sometimes you just got to look at yourself and say, I need to be accountable for
Sorry, guys, I
my
didn't sleep.
shit. Randy hasn't slept in like 24 hours. He has a weird sleep cycle. So I had posted something the other day, and it was regarding understanding that failure is involved in success. So to be successful, the most successful people, they fail, and they fail a lot. And they are
What's the old quote? The greats have failed more times than you've tried.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, when it comes to failing, like I like to call them learning experiences because failure sounds so negative. But the most successful people, they fail a lot. I have failed a lot. But we extract the lessons from our failures and we use our energy and our newfound wisdom and we apply it to our next phase, to our next attempt, and to our next opportunity. It's all about taking what you learned from that experience and applying it to become better.
It's cheesy, but it's only a failure if you didn't take anything from it.
And that's a fact. And I think many people, if they don't succeed immediately, because we are in like an instant gratification world, if they don't succeed immediately, they throw the towel in, or they feel like that's it, I'm a failure for life, I can't do it, or let me change directions, when all they had to do was learn, apply, and keep going forward.
It's especially when
It's
it comes
so simple.
to health and fitness, you can go pretty damn far.
Yeah.
Just by being okay.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
It's just consistently okay.
It's very consistently okay. I'm not over the top. I'm not perfect, but I'm okay moving in the right direction.
And then when you get in your mind, you kick it up, so you don't have to go 40 pounds. You have to go 20.
Yeah. So listen, to each their own. We all got our own battles and whatnot. But every day we're given an opportunity to take our journey one step further in the direction of success or towards our goals. Like I said, the instant gratification does not come when it comes to our body. There is no instant gratification when it comes to our body transformation results. It just doesn't exist. But what does bring instant gratification is tackling every small goal that you have one at a time. If you can tackle it and accomplish that small goal, it will inspire you, it will motivate you, and it will give you the confidence that you need to say, okay, I did that. Let me do the next one and the next one.
And a theme we keep hearing here is basics, do the basics.
That goes back to our first pyramid.
There was a old baseball, not older, Brooks Robinson, a Gold Glove third baseman. I remember, there was a story of him fielding grounders before a game, and one of these young players goes, "You're fucking Brooks Robinson. Why are you fielding those grounders?" He goes, "Well, how do you think I got so good? I do this every day."
Every day.
He goes, "I didn't get good by not doing the work."
Yeah, and that's something that you need to remember. Everybody here needs to remember that.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes when it comes to nutrition and fitness or whatever. Oh yeah. What protein bars do you recommend? Oh, okay. I actually always liked Muscle Farms Combat Crunch bars. One bars are good. Quest bars are good. I'm going to say this next one with an asterisk. Eat Me Guilt-Free brownies. I love them, but I feel as though they're too good for the macros.
I don't know why you put an asterisk on it. They've been great.
They've been great, but for some reason, I feel like they're just too damn good for those macros. I hope I am wrong.
They've been out for a minute right now, so I don't think...
I know. So we'll see. But those are my recommendations.
So let's not keep bashing the product that hasn't had a problem yet.
Or like Robert Irvine's Fit.
Don't we have those in the front right now?
We do. We have them in the front. Yeah, Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch bars. They sell. We have them at Rev in like the
big ones.
They're like 380 calories, but they do make them in mini versions as well. Good suggestion.
My favorite was the old chalky Metrics bars.
Oh God, those were
I love
god
those.
awful.
Not the big chocolatey ones. The old powdered chalk ones. Those were good.
There was another brand too, and I can't remember what it was. That was super popular back in the day. It'll come to me.
Not the power bars. Those were like...
The power bar?
The power bars, they weren't really protein bars. They were little fucking goo bars.
Yeah, it was just a goo bar, whatever I'm thinking of.
No, but the Metrics bars are great. They're like 40 grams of protein, just fucking chalk.
Oh, I'd like some chalk, please. And then if you're looking for another high-protein snack that's not a bar, I highly recommend the Quest chips. Love the Quest chips. If you're looking for something salty, crunchy, and you can also pair them with like chili or buffalo chicken dip or make like high-protein nachos with them, banging. Love them. We also sell those at Rev. Word.
Or with the Eat Clean Bro chili.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Those are good. Lauren just told me about the Fit Crunch bars last week. They're a good microwave for like 30. Yeah, every bar I feel like is better when you microwave it for a little bit.
That was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Combats. We're good like that too.
Oh, those are so good.
Microwaved. Yeah, those were a really good breakfast.
So good.
Forgot about those.
All right. So the next one, just talking about, behind the scenes, like when we were talking about nutrition and fitness, it isn't pretty. It's not glamorous. Everybody's going to post their successes online, their PRs. They're going to post their pretty food or their results. But behind the scenes, it's simple, but it's not always easy.
Yeah.
Did I say that? Did I put that right? Mm-hmm. Success is not smooth. It is not linear. And if you expect it to be, you're in for a reality check and much disappointment.
Yeah, I think she likes to use the iceberg illusion. I like the duck. Everything looks chill on the water surface, and then his little leggies are going crazy.
Yeah, so that's what's really going on.
All the hard work you don't see.
And if you guys have seen the iceberg illusion, I'd always like this visual. It's what
Could it be a duckberg?
It could be a duckberg. So what people see is the tip of the iceberg above the
like
water. We're back to the pyramid, like the pyramid, if you will, like how we're circling back to that. And the top of that iceberg is success. And what's beneath the water is the base of the iceberg. And this is what people do not see. And that's the hard work, the persistence, late night workouts, early morning workouts.
Injuries, failures.
criticism, unsupportive family members, relationship issues. I could go on and on. Sacrifice, rejection, meal prepping, workout intensity, self-sabotage, or internal battles that people have with their bodies.
And that's it. You don't know what anyone else is dealing with, especially when it comes to Instagram,
Nope.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. And it's important to know, I am very, I don't know, I'm just going to say honored, I guess.
Hungry?
I'm always hungry. I'm very honored, and I feel lucky is the wrong word, happy to know that clients feel comfortable enough to open up to me about their struggles, because that's not always an easy thing to do. And I get DMs or text messages or emails about, struggles that people have, and they go to me thinking that I have it perfect. I don't.
Sabrina, perfect time to join.
Join the fuck 'em. Yeah, Sabrina. Kill it. So I think, to understand that when you're looking up to people online or whatever, they have their battles too, and you are not alone in your battles. You might have different battles, but we are all fighting them and facing them together, and we are all trying to perfect or make better our habits and our behaviors.
Not me. I'm trying to self-destruct as fast as possible.
Don't get me started there. BX Bella. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Trust the process. And that is so very important, especially in this industry. And like I was talking about before, instant gratification. Everybody wants the answers and the results now, but it does take time. Muscle growth takes time. Fat loss takes time.
And I compare it to anything I've ever done in my life, whether it was athletics, bodybuilding, work, everything I've succeeded in or people I've seen succeed in, it's because they did the boring shit day in and day out. I always, I always like my sports analogies. I go, just focus on hitting singles every day, and by accident, you'll hit some home runs.
Yep. And it is boring. Everybody's asking, keep posting your workouts, keep posting your workouts. I'm like, well, my workout's the same shit I did last week. It's just my intensity. It's the same thing over and over again. But luckily, I love doing this same thing over and over again. Katie, I vent all my stuff to Kelsey during my appointments and then stress vent to Michelle in DMs. You guys help me so much. And that's what we're here for. And that's why I love our Rev community. We want to be here for you.
I need all the answers, Matt. I want some stuff.
I think it's safe to say we all want the same thing. Yeah, I think everybody in the end wants to succeed. They want to feel confident. They want to feel secure. And they want to feel loved.
Yeah.
I love you guys. And I want $25, MetFav. To look good butt ass naked. Yeah, I think that is the point. When I was talking about that thing before, what is your why to look better in clothes? Well, it's really to look better butt ass naked, and ergo a lot of other things that will follow that.
Or you can just be confident in your body and go rock a dad bod like I do.
You do rock a dad bod. Oh, you're so good at it.
Hey, I lifted.
You did.
I lifted on
I ain't taking that away from you.
I did good that day.
You did very good that day. Your strength is still there, my man.
My strength is old man strength.
So I think one of the most frustrating things that people who are successful hear, and maybe you can relate to the following things. Quote unquote, you make it look easy. Quote unquote, you have great genetics. Quote, you are lucky. Quote, did you take a diet pill? Quote, you must not struggle like me. Yeah. And
also, Mike, reverse dieting's a process.
Mike Leonard,
enjoy the growth, get that back big, and the waist looks the way you want it.
Yes, my man.
Eat.
Eat. And lift.
I got my eye on you.
So, yeah, we do have our eyes on you. So the thing I was just saying, it is something that is commonly said to people who are successful despite their own struggles that they have. And it does become very frustrating.
I hate to cut you off. I think that's a great point. Mm-hmm. Also, be aware of your flaws and what you're not good at.
Proceed.
So if you know your limitations, you're going to set yourself for success. If you go, I really hate doing squats, so I don't do leg day.
Oh, I love that you just said that.
Okay, well, go do a ton of other leg exercises.
I love that. Or even in injuries, whether you like it or not like it. Listen, there are exercises that I loathe, and you know what? I don't do them. There's some that I'm like, okay, this exercise sucks, but let me do it. But if something's going to make you horrifically hate something.
Or same thing, some people, they start out bodybuilding, like, I just kind of like being in the gym. Go powerlift.
Yeah.
Some people get into this for different reasons. I'm like, go model, go photo shoot, go just be awesome. Like,
right.
You may get into it for one reason. Like, I don't really like that.
Right.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. That's actually a perfectly normal thing that happens. Oh, Mike's there. Hey, Mike. Yeah, so I'm actually really, really glad that you just brought that one up because I think that's important for everybody to keep in mind. You know, what goes on behind those people's success, you know, struggling with consistency and falling off track, behind that comes all right, so I wanted to use this visual. So if you looked on our Revolutionize page, I posted something the other day of, you know, what people see after you're being successful and like all those quotes I just said, but what really goes on behind it, and there's steps to that success. And the first step was struggling with consistency and falling off track. So you're just starting your journey and you're struggling with consistency and falling off track. You're proceeding on your journey and you're learning from your mistakes and you're embracing change in behaviors and habits. After that, you're seeing results and building momentum, right? Then you're slowly building those habits and the discipline. We're always going to go back to the discipline that you need. And from there, not giving up despite your struggles, and then finally succeeding. So these are, I just like the visual of that, just seeing the steps to success, but all everybody else sees is the top.
Yeah, it's so funny. My mind went somewhere else.
What?
No, like to a stupid fucking myth of Sisyphus thing, where it's like pushing the boulder all the way to the top just to have it roll back down and have to do it all again. So what's the point of anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Very nihilistic.
What's the point? What's the point? Let's just all give it.
Well, it's torture. That's the point. And the point is you're supposed to enjoy the journey because the process doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I saw that the other day.
But it's eternal torture, actually. Except fuck them.
We're going way off. You must not like tacos and beer like me.
But
yeah.
he also thought he could chain death in a closet like an asshole. And he did. But it didn't work out so good.
It's good. So... I hate you. So I like
literally, that's a story.
A good story.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Maybe they know that story.
They
actually
should. Anyone who's ever taken a philosophy 101.
Stephanie just made a comment. I like it. I like the quote that I saw online. It was like, fit chicks like cookies just as much as you do, or something like that. It made me laugh. And we do. It's honestly, it comes out of discipline. It comes to moderation of everything, not feeling super restricted, and finding the proper quantities of all the things that you love to be able to attain your goals but still enjoy life.
Word.
Finding the proper balance for you, and everybody's version of balance is different.
Preach.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys? Drop them in the comments. Drop your questions in the comments.
Yeah, this one's kind of it's a thinker, this one.
It is a thinker.
So this is one to like take home, grind on it a little bit.
Stinker thinker.
Kind of figure out what this means to you, and maybe, write down your goals, write down your struggles, write down the things that you overcome.
Yeah.
And that may help.
And to understand that you're not alone in it. When I used to work in the office, people used to tell me, all you do is eat chicken and broccoli. Isn't that boring? And then when I started losing the weight, they said, oh, so what have you been doing?
Yep. Sounds exactly right.
Oh, I've been there.
Like it's some magic trick.
It's magical. Yeah.
Magical.
A funny thing that happened to me when we first started REV, flexible nutrition.
What the fuck was his name in that movie, El Mágico? Oh, no, that was Carl Jung.
I'm thinking of a different movie.
It was from Blow.
I was thinking of something else. Oh. So, a funny thing that happened when we started flexible nutrition, and it's not the same, but it's kind of the same. And they were like, well, all you should be eating in order to compete is cod and asparagus and chicken and broccoli. And I'm like, no, according to the basic science of nutrition, I could eat anything as long as it equates to the same amount of macronutrients that cod and asparagus would equate to. And no one believed us, and we got so much shit for it until I did my first show, and I took the overall, and we started applying the same method to all of you, and the business started growing, and all of a sudden they go, how'd you do it? What'd you do? And I'm like...
if only they saw...
Kidding?
The mental breakdowns, the six-figure debt.
What really goes on behind the scenes of building a business. But even that method, it was given such shit, and all of a sudden they're like, well, what'd you do? And I'm like, I told you, I just hit my macros with the foods that I love, and it's as simple as that.
And she has a great point there. Post-COVID's been an issue for everybody. Mm-hmm. I think getting back to, I hate saying new normal, but new normal, and especially with the uncertainty now coming again with the newer waves and shit.
The new Loki variant?
The new variant. The new Loki variant.
Loki variant.
Yeah, everything's super uncertain. It sucks.
Yeah.
But like I said, you got to find your new routines.
Yeah, I missed that. Which one was that? Where is that? Oh, staff struggle post. Oh yeah. Going back here without the structure of working from home. Yeah. And a lot of people, like Randy was saying, I mean, they had to flip their lives upside down. The structure that worked for them
and now it's pre-COVID. Again.
Yeah, it's not working for them now. And they had to sit and literally plan out, take a piece of paper and plan out their day. Okay, I used to work out at 6 at night. And now I got to do an at-home workout at 5 a.m.
September, the kids will be back at school for the first time in 2 years. So it's, again, another
adjustment, but it's possible. You just got to sit and have a freaking meeting with yourself. Schedule an appointment with yourself.
Or use us.
Wait, I missed a lot. Hold on. Struggle. I weigh out my food and my kids keep trying to steal it. Oh, no. Don't touch mommy's macros. Have a good relationship with food and it'll help during your battles. Yeah, it all stems from a healthy relationship with food and your body and yourself. Yourself is very, very important. I think not enough people have a healthy relationship with themselves, and that's in itself something to work on.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. Oh, I hate when my kids try to eat my meal during my cheat meal. No, it's mine. Amen to that. I love that. Let's see. Trying to find different ways to eat chicken is dismal.
Yeah.
Change it up with seasonings. Different marinades, different hot sauces, different types of mustards, different types
There's
they have
so
low
many
calorie
cool stuff.
There's really cool stuff. Different types of low calorie, like barbecue sauces and marinades. Walden Farms, we sell them at REV.
And sometimes even worth a couple carbs.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, you have a little less sweet potato or rice. For the flavor, it's good trade-off.
Lately, I've been mixing my shredded chicken in with my sweet potato.
My favorite bodybuilding meals are always like tuna mixed with rice or steak mixed with rice.
It's like mixed together. I don't eat it as separate components.
Yeah, you just got a big
Some
trough.
people have like weird.
Like I'm like a pig with a fucking trough.
It's a trough. It's a trough.
Or like a horse with a fucking muzzle.
Other ones is finding different ways to prepare your chicken. So whether it's baked or broiled or pan-seared or
jumboed fried shrimp.
Fry it, saute it, broil it, boil it. Shredded chicken. I can't eat chicken as like a fillet. It's been bothering me. It's just I don't know why, so I prefer shredded chicken. I get mine from Eat Clean Bro.
No feathers or feathers.
I get mine from Eat Clean Bro. Promo code REV10 if you don't have it already. Or you can make it in like an Instapot, crock pot. You could do like kebabs. You could do, there's so many. I really feel like that scene from Forrest Gump right now, right?
Let's go to the next comment.
So yeah, try out and salsas are a good one too. I struggle with rejecting food, for example. If someone offers me something like sweets and I say no thank you and people say, oh, it's just one, you're skinny. Wow, see, and that's a pet peeve.
Yeah, see, that's a tough one.
That's invasive, I think, and I think that's people disrespecting your boundaries as well.
Yeah, and that's personally. Kind of, to me, it's like the old etiquette thing of, if someone offers you a drink, you say no, it's very rude to ask why. Yeah. Same thing with that. You don't know what people's reasons are, and I think it's just a dick move.
I think it's definitely a dick move.
But a lot of people don't know it's a dick move. They think they're being nice, especially certain cultures. It is different.
Yeah, cultural things that is definitely a factor of it. But like, if you just be like, listen, I'm like not hungry for it, or I'm just not in the mood for it right now. See if you can.
Or you take and you have a little nibble and you go, thank you.
Yeah, so like I've done that where I have taken like the tiniest freaking bite of something to just say I did it, and nobody says anything after that. I'm like, all right, party on. Everybody continue.
Or she gives it to me.
Or you gives it to him. I don't want to be rude. I just have goals. Yeah, no, I hear you, Sabrina. Yeah, and it looks like in the comments a lot of people can relate to that. Yes.
That's why I'm good to bring places. You just give me.
Yeah. Kelsey, I hate the peer pressure that surrounds food and alcohol. It is. It's like freaking, you remember like in 6th grade health class, they're talking about watch out for peer pressure and drugs. It's the same shit with this.
I wish when I had my drug problem, people gave me free drugs. It would have saved a fucking lot of problems.
Yeah, you could shut your mouth now. Buying rotisserie chicken counted. Actually, yeah, buying rotisserie chickens. Actually,
yeah, I love rotisserie chicken.
They're awesome. ShopRite has grab and go shredded chicken as well. It's like,
and I'm sure Wegmans does. And all
yeah, it's like a sheet of just the shredded chicken.
They have actually London Royal like that too, which is really good too.
They do. It's awesome. So I try to personally, I like to stick to the shredded chicken breast because it's leaner than like the chicken thigh or anything that's sitting in the oil. Because I prefer to get my fats from other things, but to each their own. Rotisserie chicken's banging. It's a great option.
No means no. You're right.
Yeah, no means no. Absolutely. People are very aggravating. I know you're dealing with that bullshit. If you want, just let me know. I'll show up and punch them in the face. Is that abusive? Should I not have said that?
You're a chick. You get away with it.
The worst to get embarrassed. Yeah, absolutely.
Hot sauce is life.
Hot sauce is life. Yeah, hot sauce, mustards, different low-calorie marinades, salsas.
I like that. Take it and throw it out.
Yeah.
Allergic.
Allergic. Yep, that's a good one. I take it and throw it out. I'm allergic. I love those. Have fun with different seasonings. I mentioned that before. Do it, Michelle.
I'm not bailing.
Right.
I'm not bailing you out.
I have gotten approval to punch somebody in the face.
I'm not bailing you out.
It's gonna be a good day. I might dislocate my shoulder in the process. I don't know.
It's time you get in trouble.
Hey, Casey. But yeah, these are all good strategies. Yeah. And as you can tell wait, hold on. Hot sauce. If you're looking for a good hot sauce, my buddy Matt Fav in the comments makes his own hot sauce from his homegrown peppers. His hot sauces are the gourmet shit. They are amazing. So if you're looking to change up your repertoire for hot sauces, I think hot sauce season is coming up for him. So repertoire. So give Matt Fav a follow and order your hot sauce. Matt, yeah, like his legit. What's my favorite one? That's like some jalapeno blueberry hot sauce. I don't know. It's freaking crazy stuff.
Matt's
really
very
good.
fancy.
He's super fancy, and he makes pickles too.
I need some gherkins.
But some gherkins. So I think that you guys can see, you're joining in on this. You're seeing each other in the comments. You're understanding that we all face very similar struggles. Not the same. I don't want to say the same. I don't want to say we're all in the same boat. We're all in different boats.
We're all in the same storm.
We're all in the same storm.
Same storm, different boats.
Exactly.
Some have yachts, some have rowboats.
Yachts. I wish I had a yacht. So
I'm riding a shark.
like blueberry, pineapple, reaper sauce.
Ooh.
I mean, you sold me at that one.
I feel like my butthole's not going to like that.
What were you talking about? You need photos, anal photosynthesis.
Oh, yeah. A butthole yoga.
If you're tuning in late, anal photosynthesis is something we spoke about earlier.
That's the title of this episode. But on that note.
Analthesis. All right, so again, is fruit every day okay?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I think every day, like my go-to is my cottage cheese and peaches in the morning. Oh, it makes me so happy. Fruit every day is perfectly fine. Your fruit is a carbohydrate. Just track it into your carbs.
Pick your spots.
Pick your spots. Yeah. Am I going to tell you to go eat 5,000 calories a day worth of fruit? No, because that would be ridiculous and you're going to have a very bad stomach ache. But yes, fruit is perfectly okay and it's packed with vitamins and minerals. Highly recommended. Yes. Good fruit. Blueberries in hot sauce fruit.
But this was a lot of fun tonight.
I think we touched on a lot of stuff. And I'm really glad that you all opened up in the comments because I think you guys all need that.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Community.
So definitely let us know what you guys want more from us for next week.
Yeah. We want to hear from you. What topics do you have from us? Shoot me a DM, an email, whatever it is. I want to talk about things that you can relate to, things that you struggle with or bother you, or something that you just found funny. Yeah, exactly. And that's it, guys. That's all, folks. So this will be saved on our wall. If you know somebody that could benefit from this live stream, shoot it over their way. Like I said, it'll be saved. And we'll see you guys again next Wednesday at 7. If you're waiting for a clothing order, we are hoping to have them in next week. Kelsey, the peppers will be ready soon. Message me with anything you want, and it's yours.
Shore Pizza is good.
Shore Pizza. Like, what's that? Is it Three Brothers that has the pizza slice that's like this big?
Two brothers.
Rick
and Morty
reference.
All right, guys. Good night, guys.
Good luck with the pizza. Pizza could be a struggle, but you can enjoy it in moderation. What I suggest doing with that is sometimes I'll get a slice of pizza, but before I have the pizza, I'll have something high in protein.
Pizza.
Like I'll have, whether it's like a salad with grilled chicken or some sort of chicken or protein source. So I'm filling up on that, and then I can enjoy one slice of pizza along with it instead of a whole pie.
One slice of pizza not that bad, really.
It's really not, actually. All right, everybody.
Stay safe, stay sane. We love you.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
Later.
Chicka-pow! Chicka-pow-pow! Buffalo chicken pizza's the best. Yes.